Hey everyone, Aaron here, Fast Forward Race Cars. Hey, I'm getting ready to prime this LS engine here on the dyno. We're getting ready to fire it up. And I just want to show you the method that I use. In my opinion, I feel this is the best way. It's fast and it works really, really good. I know there's other methods out there that use a pressurized tank or weed sprayer, do it that way, but that way it takes a lot more time, and this method, it works really, really good. I'm going to show you that. But basically what I use is a big block Chevy oil pump. You could use a small block Chevy oil pump or any oil pump for that matter. But what I did was I modified this oil pump and I took it apart. I drilled and tapped for this fitting. This is a 1/4 NPT to -6 flare. And what I do is I leave this pump in this coffee container here. And what I do is I put it on the ground, and I'll hook up this filter here. I'll bolt it here to the dyno stand, and it will actually pump through the pump, through the filter, and I made this fitting. This is actually the stock fitting with the hex on there, and I drilled through it, and I ended up welding on this 6AN fitting. And what's nice about it is, this is steel fitting, and I bought the steel fitting, and I cut off the threads, welded it on, and I was able to use this hex here to tighten it on the block. But what's so nice about this method is I can pour a quart in at a time, and I can spin this pump with the drill, and then I'll put it through a filter so it's filtering the oil, and then when it goes in the engine, it lubricates the oil pump right away, and then it goes through this oil passage here, and then goes through the actual filter for the engine. So then it's filtering before it gets through the internals of the engine. So what we'll do is we'll put a quart in at a time. This engine takes 6 quarts. Then I'll just spin the drill. We can look at the pressure gauge, which we'll look on the dyno on the control panel, and then we'll keep pumping it until we see oil come out of the rocker arms. And then if for some reason by the 6 quarts in there you might have 1 or 2 that's not pumped up yet, what you could do, but I never had to do this, you could just drain the oil back out, 1 quart or 2, put it back into the container, and then prime it again. So you're using the same oil, you're filtering the same oil, and then you just make sure that you got oil come out of your rockers. Now sometimes what we'll do too is we'll turn the engine like 90 degrees each time we put a quart in, and that way that helps you get oil all the way to the top of lifters. When when the lifter's up and one's down, one might not get oil like the other one will get because it's farther away in the oil passage. But anyways, that's the way we do it, and I'm gonna set it up here and get it hooked up, and then we'll do a quick video and I'll show you how quick it works. What I always do too is I clean these hoses out before I connect. I already did that. Just make sure that they're We're using Valvoline VR1 1030 race oil in this engine. So what I'll do is I'll just put a quart in here at a time, and I'll pump it in. There we go. One quart. Okay, so I got it all hooked up. I already pumped in 1 quart, and I'm going to show you how fast I can put 6 quarts in this engine. And it works really, really good. And the best thing about it is, you know, once I get all the oil in there, I'll check with the dipstick and I'll verify that the level's right. And usually what I have to do is put an extra half a quart in, because there'll be about a half a quart between what's left over a little bit in the container and in the filter and in the hoses. So once I get the 6 quarts in there, I'll put the dipstick in, check it. Almost always it's a half quart, put a half quart in, and we'll be done. Okay, so I already put 3 quarts in the engine. I primed it with 3 quarts, and with only 3 quarts, the oil is already coming out of all the rockers on both sides of the engine. I didn't even have to turn the engine over. Sometimes I do, but this particular engine, I didn't have to do that. And now I'm going to put the other 3 quarts in, and literally it probably took me 30 seconds per quart to put in the engine. That's how quick this method is. And then when I'm all said and done, I'll put the dipstick in, I'll check the level of the engine, and then normally it takes about another half quart to top it off, because there's going to be oil in the lines and in the filter and some residual in the container there. But we'll top it off with that half quart, and we'll be done priming this engine. Probably 5 minutes took total. This is the 4th quart. Four quarts and all the oil is coming out. I'll put 2 more in, and I was able to put it in that quick. If you're going to be doing this type of work, I recommend doing it this way, because we do a lot of engines here, and this is the ticket. It goes fast, and as you can see, it primes it really, really good. And then after it's all said and done, I'll take the hoses off. I'll put plugs in all the hoses. I'll take the drill off there, and I got a lid for this container, and it'll be ready for the next time. I don't even have to clean anything. Put it away. When I go to put it on for the next engine, take the plugs out, I clean out the hoses, fill it again, and away I go. Okay, everyone, that's it, man. It's a wrap. Engine's primed. I mean, it took me less than 5 minutes to do this. Simple deal. We do a lot of engines here, so this is the most efficient way to do this. I know the other styles, they work, you know, with the pressurized tank or the, you know, I've seen guys use sprayer, but, you know, this, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. And we use this for other engines too. We don't only use it for us, we use it for other style engines as well. But basically, I just took a big block Chevy oil pump and I tapped that fitting in there, made me some hoses. I had this filter and this remote filter mount, but you can get these on Amazon cheap. You know, this is an expensive CB Products one that we would use on a race car, but you could probably pick one up, yeah, I don't know, probably $10 for the filter, remote filter housing, and then, you know, another $10 for a filter. But you know, I like doing it this way because this ensures that my oil is getting filtered before it even goes in the engine, and then also too, it's going to be filtering with the regular filter as well. But that's it, man, for the LS oil priming. I hope you guys liked the video, and please like and subscribe, and we'll keep making videos here. Thank you.